Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Brenda from Planty Pants. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have never watched any of my videos, I do all things planty. And if that's your thing, please like and subscribe so I can continue to grow. This week I'm going to share with you my collection of succulents. I have been collecting plants almost all of my life, but a few years ago, like I want to say maybe 8 or 10 years ago, I started really getting into succulents. Only because there's so many different kinds, they're so beautiful, and I find them pretty easy to grow and propagate, which is super exciting. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to show you my favorite ones. The first ones that I want to show you are actually hanging, and I'm not going to take them down. One of them is flowering, so it's pretty special. So let me show you those first. So stand by. Okay, so one of my absolute favorites is this one right here, and I have one hanging in my bathroom. It is called a Burrows Tail succulent, and these are super easy to grow in my opinion. If you put them in full sun, you're going to get some beautiful growth and patterns. Now that piece right there probably needs to be cut because it's getting pretty skimpy. But the bottom of that one is gorgeous. Not only that, look what it's doing. It's putting out a little offshoot on the side. So this is just such a beautiful plant to me, and when these little guys fall off, I just pop them right back into the pot and they just continue to grow from right up there. I'm not kidding, they do. So this is probably my favorite. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I just love this guy. I think they're so freaking cute. So cute. So that's number one. Love them. Number two, I'm just going to take you right over here to this guy right here. I'm not sure what kind it is, but it is a Ripsalis. I do know that. In one of my sunniest windows. And I put it here, I hung it here just because it's going crazy. But I just noticed this morning, and I'm not kidding, that she's got some flowers. Let me see if I can, there you go, right there's one beautiful one. And there's another one right there. You can see it. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit right there. How beautiful is that? The only thing that I don't like about this plant, if there was one thing that I didn't like about it, is that it gets these aerial roots. And I think they're kind of unsightly, like right here. This is all, you know, new growth, but it's got these aerial roots. And I hope you can see this okay. I kind of just pull them off when I see them because I don't like them. I don't like the way they look. They're just looking for, you know, something to muckle onto, I guess. But, so I really do love this plant. I'm not sure what kind it is, but it's definitely some kind of Ripsalis. And as you can see, it's going crazy. It loves this spot in the window. This started as a very small plant and just took off. So something interesting I noticed today, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's like little tiny drops of like what look like nectar or something on the ends, which I think is pretty cool. Right there too. Anyway, so this is one of my favorites. All right, so those are two. And of course, all of these are succulents. Well, most of them are too. And I love them all. However, I am showcasing my absolute favorite ones. Okay. All right, so those are two of my favorites, and here are my other ultimate favorites. First, I have a couple of Echeverias, and this one, I am not sure the name of it, but it is absolutely beautiful and healthy, and she's flowering right now. I have her in the bathroom. Flowers are very cute, as you can see. Super cute little curly Q yellow flowers. And she's growing a little bit sideways in this pot, but I don't really mind. Echeverias I find pretty easy to grow. I'm not sure what the name of this particular one is, but every now and again she'll have a dead leaf or two underneath, so I just pull them off as they die, and sometimes I just lay one or two right here and see if I can get another baby out of it, or put them in other pots. I do that a lot because it's as simple as that to propagate a lot of these succulents. Just lay them down somewhere and forget about them. So this is my beautiful, I'm just going to call her my bathroom Echeveria. She's gorgeous and I love her. Super easy to grow, and I think they're beautiful. I love them. Okay, so number 2, I actually still have the tag for. This is an Echeveria and it's called Orion. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's got this beautiful purple hue to it. And it is absolutely gorgeous. Look how big it is. It was much smaller than this when I bought it at a garden center when I did, actually I think I bought it when I did I did a video on Broadway Gardens. I bought it there. But I already repotted, I already up-potted it, and I think it's almost ready to be potted again because it's hard for me to water it in there. Oh, here, I'll show you what I do with these. So here's a dead leaf. I just pull them off when I see them, and I feel like if you do that, you're less apt to get rot. Wow, look at them all. Well, you know what else I'm noticing? Look. She's pretty happy in this pot, but she already needs to be potted up again, I think. So check that out. All I do with this guy is it eventually kind of turns toward the sun. As you can see right now, it's tipped that way a little bit. So every couple of weeks, I just spin it around the other way because it etiolates a teeny bit. But it's super healthy, super beautiful. Echeveria Orion. Gorgeous. I love the way it looks. Love the colors, and I really love the rosettes in the middle. I think they're just so beautiful, so perfect. Yeah. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3, I really love aloe vera plants and hybrids of aloe vera plants. So this one is, hold on a second, let me just put this back over here. This one is a tiger aloe, I think it is. The mother plant is in the kitchen and it is literally like this big. It's enormous. So this pup, she's got tons of pups in there as well. This pup I potted up on her own not very long ago, and she's doing great. I just love the way they look. They grow pretty much upright, and they just get bigger and bigger. Literally the leaves, for the lack of a better thing to call these, just get fatter and bigger, and pretty soon it'll be like this big. It's so, so beautiful. And then it will push out pups at the base. Super easy to grow, full sun. All of these succulents are in full sun, the sunniest place I can get them in my house. So I love this guy. Pretty sure that it's an aloe vera, tiger aloe. Super pretty. Love it. All right. This next one is called an ice plant. And this I just love because it's really cool looking. Really, really, really cool looking. I love the way that it grows, and when it gets thirsty, they get a little bit wrinkly on the leaves. And you can see it's a little bit wrinkly right now. And honestly, this guy requires more water than a lot of my succulents. This one almost gets a drink every week. But look at the new growth that's coming right in the center there. It's very happy, very cool looking. And I'm kind of hoping that it will continue to grow and just kind of cascade down like that, like these are, because I just love the look. I think this is a really cool looking plant. I love it. I have never propagated it, so I don't know how to do it. I would imagine you could probably just cut it off, take a couple of these leaves off, let it sit for a day or two to callus, and then pot it right up. One thing I have learned about my succulents, the hard way, unfortunately, is when I want to propagate them, and I do it a lot, sometimes because they're just not very attractive looking anymore and I need to break off a piece, or other times when I break it or if it just breaks. They're very easy to propagate mostly. Sometimes you can do them just with leaves, and I'll show you on another one that I have. Lots of times you can just do it with a leaf, laying it down on top of soil somewhere, almost on top of anything, almost on the floor, and they'll just propagate. I can't explain it, but they do. But you do need to let them callus for a couple of days, and then when you repot them, don't give them a drink. If you give them a drink right away, they're gonna rot. And I've learned that the hard way. I just beheaded is what I like to call it. Another Echeveria that I had that was just growing way too tall and getting top heavy, and was a lot of dead leaves and stuff. It looked not good. So I decapitated her and let her callus for a couple of days, and I put her in a new pot and I gave her a drink. 1 week later, that stem was rotten. So don't give it a drink right away. Let them dry out to acclimate to the soil, to get used to their new surroundings. And they're gonna root even if you don't give them a drink for like 2 weeks, it will root in there. So like I said, I learned that the hard way. So another one of my favorites are Haworthias. I have quite a few, but this is one of my favorite Haworthias. I'm not sure which one this is. If you know, please let me know. But it was just used to be this one main stalk, but now you can see all the beautiful little babies. They love it in there. Love it, love it. I just think this is a really cool looking plant, and I love the way that these little dots, this is just such a cool plant to me. Look how cute the new growth is. I just love it. It makes me happy. Yeah. Haworthia. I'm not sure of the name, like I said, but I have another one, a big one, just like this. I took this off, like I cut it off because it was hanging down too low. My other one kind of hangs. Very cool plant, super easy to grow. Again, most of these guys get a drink every 2 weeks if they need it. If they don't, because I check them all. If they don't need a drink, I don't give it to them. Sometimes they go a month. So that's just that's the thing with succulents. People think they're hard to grow. They're not hard to grow if you just ignore them most of the time. They're not going to die from lack of water, I'll tell you that. You'll notice it before. They're going to get wrinkly and just look like they're thirsty, and then you just give them a drink. So there's the Haworthia. Pretty, pretty. All right, this is another one of my favorites. This is called a lifesaver plant, and I will show you a picture right down in the corner here of what they look like when they flower, because they are the coolest flower you will ever see. One of the coolest. Another one I'm going to show you is going to be cool too. And that's another reason why I love succulents. Their flowers are amazing. Amazing. I'm in love with them. So this is a really cool plant, super easy to grow. I used to water that. It looks a little ratty right now because this is like a cannibalized other one that I have that I don't want to pick up because it's easy. These little pieces break off really easy. But they're easy to grow, but they're also easy to overwater and kill. So make sure that you don't overwater this guy. And the flower, as you can see, the picture that I just showed you is amazing. And it looks fake, it looks plastic. And there's a reason why they call it a lifesaver plant, because that center portion of the flower, it looks exactly like a cherry lifesaver. It's crazy. So yeah, this is a lifesaver plant. It's actually a type of Huernia. Super cool. But this is one of my favorite plants. I used to have a big giant one that flowered every year, and honestly I haven't had this guy flower it yet, but right there is new growth, so I'm pretty happy. It's doing okay right where it's at. Lifesaver plant. All right, this next one I'm going to show you it's a Cursula, and it's called a string of buttons, and I have this hanging in my bedroom window. So flippin' adorable how it grows, so cute on the ends. This is another one of the plants that gets these little roots, and honestly, I just pull them off because I don't like the way they look, like I told you before on that other plant. And they're really tiny, skinny roots anyway, but look how beautiful. These are so, so cute, so flippin' adorable. I just love them. These are easy to propagate too. You just cut a piece off, take a couple of the leaves off, and stick it in. That's all you gotta do. Cute, right? It's called a string of buttons. It's a Cursula. I'm gonna convince some of you guys to try succulents because there's just too many beautiful ones for you not to try. Because I hear so many people say, oh, I kill them, I kill them. You kill them, as I do sometimes, because you overwater them. That's all. They don't need that much water. They don't want that much water. Okay, I have a couple of Kalanchoes, which are also succulents. I don't know the name of this one, and if you do, please let me know, but I have two of them. I don't usually have two of the same plant, but look. Oh, the leaves are soft, soft, soft. I absolutely love this plant. So cute, so easy to grow. And this is actually, if you look closely, this was only one stalk in the beginning. Oh, what do we have here? A little hitchhiker. Look at the roots. You see that? It's just sitting in there. I don't even know what it is. That's all right. We'll leave it. But then it spread and it gave me a whole bunch of new growth. So look how cute it is. I love this plant. It's a Kalanchoe, but I don't know what kind it is. If you do, I looked before I made this video. I tried to find this one. I don't know what it is, but it's gorgeous. Gorgeous and super easy to grow. This one likes a little bit more water too. Not sure why, but it does. But you need to add one of these to your collection. Do it. All right. This other Kalanchoe is called Copper Spoons. This is a baby from the larger Copper Spoons that I have in the other room. And it's called Copper Spoons for a reason. Because the leaves are copper colored, which I totally fell in love with when I first saw it because I collect copper things. I just love copper. And it started to get really etiolated, so I cut it off and I put it in here. And so now I have the other one, and this one's been in here for a while, but it's doing really well. It's growing good. How cute is that? Look at the new leaves, how copper color they are. They're so beautiful. What I did notice on my other one is I was cleaning some of the leaves of my plants, and I went to clean one of the leaves of this, and the copper color came right off. So don't do that. Don't get them wet and wipe them down because it's not going to look as beautiful if you do. Just saying. But Copper Spoons, Kalanchoe. Adorable, right? Another one of my faves. Okay. And now this is the Huernias Catula. This plant right here was a gift. Look, see the tag still says gift on it. When I bought another Huernia at some point, and it was really, really small, but it was so generous. First of all, I love getting free plants when I order plants and get little freebies. It's so exciting. And it was so beautiful, but look how healthy it came in. And I'll put a picture of the flower of this one. It's a beautiful little red flower, but I just love it. These are not really soft, but definitely healthy and growing good. I just up potted it recently because it was outgrowing its pot. But again, I have this in full sun. I have never propagated it. And I did lose one piece probably to rot on the edge, so I pulled it out, and that's why I repotted it because I got nervous, but the roots were fine. So here she is in her brand new digs. Huernias Catula. Super cute, right? I love this guy. These guys are a little bit more thirsty too. The Huernias and the Stapelias, I feel like, and the Kalanchoes are a little bit more thirsty, but I am really careful with my succulents. If I think that they don't need a drink, I just back off and don't give them a drink. So related to this one is this guy, which is totally pot bound in this pot. I should show you, hold on. Look how small the pot is. It's a Stapelia, and it's a Stapelia Giganta, and I will show you a picture right there. These flowers are the most beautiful, soft, fuzzy, beautiful, oh my gosh, things you'll ever see in your life. You have to get one just to see the flower and touch it. There's so many hairs on it, and it's so soft and beautiful. So the picture that you see now, it is that soft and beautiful and hairy and unbelievable. But this thing, I'm so afraid to repot. I mean, this... What I have in here, what I have in this pot is a little plastic cup upside down so that it won't be sitting in its water. But this guy has been around a long time, and it usually gives me one flower every season. I got one this year, so I'll show you, I'll show you another beautiful plant. This one is soft and furry to the touch. The whole thing is soft and furry and beautiful, and I just love the way it looks. Now see up here, look, I've already got some roots, so I could just break that piece right off and just sit it in some succulent soil, or I make my own, and it will just grow a new plant. It's so easy to grow. You could break off, actually, if you look at the base, a lot of them have little roots. See that? So this is a really beautiful succulent, easy to grow, and I love her. Stapelia Giganta. Put that back. Coming down to the wire now. This guy is some sort of, I'm not really sure. I think, is it a milk plant? It might be a milk plant, but here's why I love it. First of all, I love it because it's cool looking. It does have thorns, and they are sharp, I will say that, but it is a succulent, and the reason why I love it is because the fenstration on the stalks. Look how cool that looks. It almost looks like it's variegated. Really, really, really cool looking, and I just love it. This one's pretty old, and it's in kind of a small pot. Well, it's in terracotta inside this plastic one, but really slow grower, and I appreciate that too. Some plants that look similar to this grow super fast. I have one in my sunroom that's like 4 feet tall. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that thing. But very, very cool plant. Very, very cool. I love it. I love the way it looks. But I'm not sure. I think it's called a milk plant. I'll figure out what it is and write it down right here for you guys. Sorry about that, but it's one of my favorites still. All right. Next to the last one is this cool guy. I don't know what it's called. I looked it up one time and actually found it, but I should have made a mistake then, but I didn't. But it's super cool looking. And these sections are actually triangular. There's 3 sides. And see the roots right there? So it's pretty long, and I got some new growth coming this spring. That's relatively new, but there's not, I only started with 2 little pieces. This piece has gotten longer, and that piece kind of split there and here, but this is all there is to it. But I just love the uniqueness of the shape of the growth. I think it's super cool, and I bet you if you break it off right between the chain looking things, you could probably propagate it pretty easily. I have not done that, but I just love it. Pretty cool, right? Yeah. If you know what this is called, go ahead and tell me. I'll keep trying to find it before I upload this video, but if you know, comment, because it's super cool. Look at it up close. Pretty cool, right? Yeah. All right. My last one, probably one of my favorites, although how many times have I said that? Oi! Is another Calathea teddy bear. This guy is so old, and look how big it is. And I know it's etiolated, but I just love the way it looks. I think I probably will cut these 2 pieces pretty soon and start another plant. But I know that you can't see this, and I don't think I can tip it over and show you, but there's some leaves that have fallen down in there, and they're propagating. They're starting to grow their own little babies, own little new growth. But to me, this is one of the most beautiful succulents. They're called teddy bear vines because they are soft, and they fall off really easily. So I'm going to try to do this very gently so you can see up close. Get it to focus. Really, really, really pretty. Oops, I just broke another one. Dadgum. Hold on a second. Let me try this. See? These are soft and furry. Soft, 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 soft. And these, there's only 3 little stalks in here, and this is how it's grown. You can see the whole thing. It's huge. I have it in this gigantic thing so it doesn't fall over, but it is in a terracotta pot inside here. But I think this is one of my favorites. Let's see if I can show you again. Really, really, really pretty. Pretty, 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 pretty plants. So, these are my favorite succulents. Thought I'd share with you today. I mentioned that I would. As of late, these last few years, I've been getting much more into Hoya and Alocasia and Philodendron and Sansevieria. But I do love my succulents. I do love them. They bring me a lot of joy. I kill a few along the way. We all do. If that happens to you, don't beat yourself up. It happens to all of us. Believe me. But thank you so much for taking the time and joining me for this video. I hope you liked it. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you would, please. That would really help me out immensely. But until next time, stay happy, stay healthy, and God bless.